Yo, what is going on, everyone? In today's video, what I'm going to be talking about is showing up every single day, man. You got to show up every single day. And listen, man, if this is your first time watching me, if you could, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and check me out on Instagram. I'm growing my following here on YouTube. I want to grow my following on Instagram. If you enjoy some of the content I'm putting out and you're regularly watching these videos, check me out on my Instagram. But let's just get right into it, man. You got to show up every single day. And a lot of you may be like, well, obviously, but the problem is most of you, when it comes to your fitness goal at least, don't show up every single day. Or at least the people who try to get into shape, notice how I use the word try, end up never get into shape because they don't show up every single day when it comes to either the workouts or diet or both. But honestly, man, when it gets to a certain point, man, hopefully since you've been watching these videos, you yourself have been more consistent. But it goes beyond that, man. It's showing up every single day with a purpose. You can't just be fucking walking around in the gym, going through the motions every single day and just expecting to get results. While if you're a beginner, you definitely can get results. That's why at the beginning I always say it's more important to make it a habit of going to the gym regularly. However, there's going to be a point where you can go to the gym regularly and consistently, but in order to start seeing gains, man, and the thing about the gains are they're super small, but they require you to go into every session with a purpose, man. You want to know why most people at your gym, if you actually see them regularly, they've been there for years and they don't make any progress? Most of the time, if it's not because of inconsistency, it's due to the fact that they're going to the gym without a purpose. And what I mean by going to the gym with a purpose, what I'm talking about specifically, is actually going to the gym to actually train and work out with intensity. Not fucking around on your phone, not fucking around texting, not just fucking around going through the motions. And listen, man, there's gonna be days where you feel like absolute dog shit and you're not gonna want to do the workout. And occasionally you're gonna have a bad workout where you did not lift as much as you could, or maybe you didn't have as much energy. And those days happen, man. Well, on those days, what's more important is just showing up to the gym. But generally, man, on most days, you should be in the gym trying to focus on increasing your strength as well as making sure you're getting a good muscle contraction when you are actually working out, right? And this principle right here of just showing up every single day with a purpose is even beyond just fitness, man. For example, I'm making these YouTube videos, and one thing I realized was if I really wanted to grow my audience, man, I have to show up every single day with some actual good knowledge and good value I can provide to you guys and come with the energy, despite how I feel, despite if I feel like shit, despite if I don't even know what the fuck I'm gonna be talking about today, man. I have to show up, but I also have to show up with a purpose, man. And previously, before, if I'm not sure how long you've been watching my journey for, but there's been some videos I've made earlier in this video that I was just making a video just to make a fucking video. And that was bullshit, bro. That was fucking bullshit. I talk about standards and stuff, and I decided I'm gonna raise my standards. I'm gonna come to every single video with a fucking purpose. I want to actually give you guys some knowledge that you can use and apply so you can improve your life just like mine. And the power of just showing up every day and showing up with a purpose. Listen, man, it's like compound interest. Over time, at the beginning, you may not notice the difference, but over time, man, you're gonna notice a big difference. And if you show up every single day with a purpose, man, you're going to get lucky. I'm telling you, you're going to get lucky if you're showing up every single day. And another way this principle is applicable is just like even your job, man. If you show up every single day with a purpose and you're always on your game, what ends up happening to those people? They usually get promoted. They usually become the bosses because the people who just go into work and they're just trying to get in and try to get out, you never see these people ever get promoted. Sometimes maybe they do. Maybe they do if they're cool with the managers, but generally speaking, they usually do not put the average, which is just going into work regularly and leaving work early. They don't put the average as actual bosses. They typically put people who are performing well. With that being said, man, when you're going to do an activity that you actually want to improve, or you want to actually improve in, I can't even talk today. You actually want to improve in that particular area. What you need to do is, number one is you need to build the consistency. If you don't have the consistency, you don't have the habits, then start with that step first. That's more important, man, because once you have the habits, then you can work on both of them at the same time. But it's more important that initially you have the consistency. Once you have the consistency and you've proven to yourself that you're capable of doing this regularly every single day, what you then need to do is remember to go in there with purpose when in anything you're trying to improve in, right? I'm just using fitness as an example because it's very, like, my channel is based on fitness. I try to give you guys advice on fitness so you guys can level up physically. But any aspect of your life, career, business, or school, you need to consistently show up and go with the purpose, man. And going with the purpose sometimes also means cutting out some distractions. If you're working, right, it's obviously going to be way more distracting if you're talking to your fucking colleagues, if you're fucking on YouTube, if you're scrolling through Instagram, that all these distractions, they're going to take you off your game and make it hard to actually achieve your long-term goal if that's something you're going for, man. If so, what you can get from today's video, man, is if there's any aspect in your life you want to improve in, you need to first off show up consistently. But once you've already built that habit of showing up consistently, it then comes down to showing up consistently with a purpose. With a purpose means going in there with the intention that you actually want to improve it or put in some serious work, and make sure you cut out any distractions. Because, for example, in fitness, you know how many people I see are just fucking around taking as however long they need with their breaks. They're not pushing as hard as they can. They're fucking talking to random people. They're just on their phone constantly, not actually getting a workout in. So cut out the distractions and go in there with the purpose of trying to just improve 1% that particular day, man. I promise you, the compound interest on 1% every single day will make you 37 times better in a year. Minimum, if you just improve 1%. Sometimes you could hit 2% a day. 2% is not a whole bunch. But with that being said, man, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you're new and you made it all the way to the end of this video, if you could, man, you got some value from today's video, subscribe to the channel. Check me out on Instagram. Other than that, I'm going to catch you guys in the next one.